Today we will delve into an action-packed thriller film titled Mile 22. Enjoy the recap. The film opens with a glimpse into a covert CIA unit known as Overwatch. They are led by a formidable commander named James Silva. Their mission is nothing short of infiltrating a safe house linked to Russia's Federal Security Service, located right on US soil, all while being monitored by James Bishop. Bishop meticulously observes the team's actions from a secure location, tracking their every maneuver. The stakes are incredibly high for Overwatch. They need to locate and neutralize a stash of cesium. This isn't just any chemical. It is a lethally toxic substance that could wipe out thousands if weaponized. The intensity increases when Alice and a fellow team member act as decoys, requesting directions from the residents of the Russian safe house before tossing in a flashbang. With the occupants momentarily incapacitated, they storm the building, weapons drawn. As reinforcements pour in, they gather 5 residents and assemble them in the living room. Photos are taken, IDs are verified, and they also succeed in seizing the hard drives inside. Meanwhile, Bishop warns the team about a subtle heat signature detected in the room. 2 agents investigate, but only discover a wall. Suddenly, Bishop shouts, "Gun!" and a bullet strikes Alice, who fires back while an enemy downstairs eliminates an operative. A peculiar device activated by the Russians ignites a massive gunfight with Overwatch. Our team triumphs, but the victory is short-lived. The building erupts in flames and sirens echo in the distance. Amid the chaos, a lone Russian escapes through a window. Silva notices him with a nod of approval. He confronts the pleading man and pulls the trigger as the house explodes behind them. Overwatch makes their escape, jumping into their vehicle and speeding away from the burning wreckage. Silva's sense of victory turns bitter when he discovers through a news broadcast that Courage, the young man he killed, was just 18 years old. This revelation evokes a whirlwind of emotions within Silva. Fast forward 16 months, and the squad is back in action. Their mission, to retrieve the cesium that mysteriously disappeared during their previous operation. All they found were a few weapon-filled chests and counterfeit artworks. Thanks to some credible intel, Overwatch successfully pinpoints the cesium's location in Dokar. Silva and his team quickly head to the US Embassy in the capital. They explain how critical it is to act, as it poses a threat to countless lives. It's essential they find the cesium before it falls into the wrong hands.
The plot thickens as a mysterious figure approaches the gates of the US Embassy, holding a hard drive. Identifying himself as Lenoir, he informs the guards that the drive contains the coordinates for the elusive cesium that Silva's team has been tracking. Without hesitation, the guards escort Lenoir into an interrogation room for a quick evaluation by Silva and his team. The investigation portrays Lenoir as an unassuming police officer, a loner without familial ties, close friends, or a criminal background. However, Silva can't shake off a growing sense of distrust regarding this unexpected source of information. Access to the data on Lenoir's drive is restricted by a security password. Alice steps in to interrogate Lenoir for the password, but he stands firm, demanding safe extraction from Indikar before revealing it. But there's a catch. The drives are designed to self-destruct after each minute of usage, giving them a limited window of only 8 hours before they are entirely useless. To persuade the doubtful team, Lenoir discloses the location of a stash of cesium hidden within a counterfeit painting from Courage's safe house. The lead checks out, and indeed they locate the cesium. However, they're still reluctant to fully trust Lenoir. They conduct a lie detector test using top-tier technology, which confirms his account. Meanwhile, the deputy foreign minister and the head of the Indikar State Intelligence Agency, Axel, make an unexpected visit to the US Embassy. They demand that Silva surrender Lenoir to them, keeping their reasons hidden. But Silva is no fool. The arrival of these 2 high-ranking officials raises alarm bells in his mind. Lenoir is not just any cop, that much is clear. Axel maintains a vague rationale, labeling Lenoir as a corrupt officer and hinting at serious repercussions if they extract him from Indikar. The plot becomes increasingly convoluted, forcing Silva to face a difficult decision. As the drama unfolds, Lenoir, shackled yet unbroken, faces an unforeseen attack from Axel's henchmen, who somehow infiltrated the US Embassy during his medical examination. But Lenoir, even while handcuffed, manages to overpower his assailants with unexpected agility. This commotion doesn't go unnoticed. 2 members of Overwatch, Sam and Alice, rush to the scene of the scuffle, only to be astonished by Lenoir's exceptional combat skills. The puzzle pieces fall into place. Lenoir isn't just any officer, he's a former member of the Indikar Special Forces. Silva, both shocked and impressed, reaches out to Bishop and his team, summoning them to Indikar. It appears that Silva has made an agreement with Lenoir, promising to facilitate his escape overseas in exchange for the coveted hard drive password. Bishop informs his team about their next mission. Overwatch is to transport Lenoir from the U.S. Embassy to an airstrip 22 miles away, where a plane awaits to whisk him off to safety. Equipped with cutting-edge technology and a squad of highly skilled operatives, Bishop and Silva rejoin forces for this vital operation. As the mission commences, Lenoir shares his story with Silva. He's a fugitive because he opposed the corruption of the Indikar government, the same regime responsible for the loss of his family. However, their journey is fraught with challenges. Axel has assembled a team from the Indikar State Intelligence Agency, intent on intercepting Silva and halting Lenoir's extraction. Just as the stakes escalate, Bishop's surveillance feed goes dark, returning only after a nerve-wracking blackout. In this brief moment, Axel's men plant explosives on the transport vehicle. Boom! The vehicle detonates as Silva and his team fend off Axel's unyielding assault. In the ensuing chaos, Sam sustains severe injuries. With her last strength, she urges Silva to continue and fulfill the mission, volunteering to hold off Axel's forces. Silva hands her a couple of grenades, and with a heavy heart, he leaves her behind, setting the stage for her noble sacrifice to eliminate the remaining henchmen. The mission intensifies, with the stakes growing higher. Continuing their dangerous tasks, Silva, Lenoir, Alice, and an agent named William forge ahead, the losses within their team weighing heavily on their minds. Desperate and on edge, Silva aims his firearm at Lenoir, demanding the password. Lenoir, however, remains steadfast in his refusal. With dwindling ammunition and a perilous situation, Bishop guides them to a safe refuge, a restaurant run by one of their undercover agents, stocked with essential weapons and ammunition. While Alice and William prepare their newfound arsenal, Silva spots Axel outside the restaurant, his men forming a formidable perimeter. Ignoring Bishop's warnings against reckless actions, Silva boldly strides toward Axel, dismissing his demand to hand over Lenoir. Without a second thought on his return to the restaurant, Silva brushes past two seemingly innocuous girls, only to realize too late that they have planted a grenade in the establishment. Silva lunges, tackling civilians to safety just as the explosion occurs. When the smoke clears, William is critically injured, and Silva finds himself under attack as Alice assists the wounded William to the car. Lenoir leaps into action, helping Silva eliminate their attackers. They make a rapid getaway while dodging a barrage of bullets. They escape, but unfortunately they collide with an enemy vehicle. They find themselves quickly surrounded, and Bishop directs them to an apartment building for shelter. Before long, Axel's men swarm their hideout, launching a fierce assault that results in the death of the brave William. Meanwhile, Silva, Alice, and Lenoir seek refuge in the apartment complex, guided by Bishop to a parking area at the back of the building. Yet they can't shake Axel's pursuit. In the ensuing chaos, Alice gets separated from Silva and Lenoir while attempting to protect a young girl. Determined to avert further losses, Silva instructs Bishop to plunge the building into darkness and releases Lenoir, enlisting his assistance to save Alice. Elsewhere in the building, Alice places the girl behind a mattress and sets a bomb on the wall of the apartment. The bomb detonates, and the duo moves through, eliminating an enemy in their path. She instructs the girl to stay put and leaves her alone while quietly navigating the hallway. She spots an enemy and takes him out, then uses her pistol to eliminate another. She runs out of ammo, and at this moment, we see Lenoir confronting the foes. He executes some impressive moves, and decisively takes down each opponent he faces. Returning to Alice, she confronts a formidable adversary, one of Axel's towering henchmen. Even though she manages to slice his neck with a shard of glass, she struggles in the uneven fight. Silva and Lenoir, having repelled their own attackers, make their way to Alice, who is being tossed around like a rag doll. Fortunately, they arrive just in time, with Lenoir's sharp shooting skills neutralizing the henchman as Alice hovers on the edge of defeat. The team makes it outside, commandeers a car, and hits the road. They receive the destination and proceed toward the airstrip. They accelerate with only 4 minutes until the window closes, but they are once again confronted by the relentless Axel. Frustrated and pressed for time, Silva commands Overwatch to incapacitate Axel's vehicle with a tactical drone strike, causing Axel to vanish from existence. Upon arriving at the airstrip, Lenoir honors his part of the deal, revealing the password. Bishop's team quickly inputs the provided code, uncovering the locations of the hidden cesium worldwide. They search Lenoir and inform him he's cleared to board the plane. At the same time, Bishop's server crashes, replaced by an image of Courage, leaving them in shock. Bishop realizes that Lenoir is a triple agent, and it turns out that their mission in Indikar was merely a distraction, a ruse from their true objective. The mastermind behind this scheme is Kuragin's mother, a high-ranking official in the Russian government, driven by a vendetta against Silva's team for her son's death. In her quest for revenge, she recruits Lenoir, a triple agent, to feed Alice false information about the cesium, deceiving Silva and his team, unaware of the elaborate trap targeting them. Silva instructs Alice to keep a close watch on Lenoir aboard the plane while he heads off to join Bishop and his team. Suspicion peaks when Lenoir casually uses Bishop's codename, Mother, revealing his intimate knowledge of Overwatch. Meanwhile, Bishop and his team are ambushed by Karajan's mother's armed forces. The brutal onslaught leaves everyone injured except for Bishop, who narrowly escapes and finds a brief moment of respite outside. In the air, Alice notices the absence of a guard's firearm. Connecting the dots, she realizes that Lenoir isn't who he claims to be. Gunfire erupts and Alice's fate hangs in the balance. The architect of this grand conspiracy, Karajan's mother, wants Silva alive. Having suffered the anguish of losing a loved one, she intends for Silva to endure similar suffering, the desolation of losing those closest to him. Silva, finally catching on to Lenoir's betrayal and the vengeful scheme of Karajan's mother, returns home having lost his entire team. Nevertheless, his spirit remains unbroken. He vows vengeance against those who wronged his comrades, starting with Lenoir. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more movie recaps.